inches of rain that beat the old record of 6.8 inches set back in 1915. Now I want to bring in Wave 31 Storm Team meteorologist Rob Elvington. Rob, so I grew up in St. Louis. My people are still there. I talked to all of them today. They are all thankfully safe tonight. But like watching all of this today has just been, it's devastating really, because we know one person lost his life. There was like 10 dogs that were, unfortunately, they drowned. That were at a shelter. I mean, it was just, it's devastating.
It's unbelievable. And, I want to clarify something with that record. This was the wettest day ever on record for St. Louis, not just for today's date, but any date on record.
Yeah.
And, you said a little over 7 inches closer to St. Louis. There was many spots just outside of the St. Louis area that picked up 10, 11 inches of rainfall. So this was a 1 in about 1,000-year flood event. That's based off of probabilities or chances. So you could still actually have one of these events next year or 2 years from now. It doesn't mean it only happens once every 1,000 years. It means the probability of that happening was a once in a 1,000-year event. Take a look at this. This is the radar going back from midnight last night all the way through this afternoon. Look at these training storms right over top of St. Louis. Just a historic event, and you'll notice all that rain just continuing all the way into this afternoon. And I wanted to show you this, kind of break it down a little bit. You go about 3 hours with intense heavy rainfall going right over top of St. Louis. A little bit of a break, but it really just continued all the way through about 7 a.m. So that's about 7 hours of intense rainfall. It's slackened up a little bit, but still some steady rain all the way through about 3 o'clock here this afternoon. Just so an historic event not too far from here today. Take a look at this. Of course, we need our rainfall here in North Alabama. It's been hot and dry. We are still at the 4th warmest summer on record to date. And when I say summer, meteorological summer, that starts on June 1st. And we've only picked up just under 3¼ inches of rainfall so far for that same period for Huntsville. That puts us at the 4th dry. So it's never good when you're very warm and also very dry, because of course the warm weather also pulls some of that moisture out of the ground, just impacting that drought just a little bit more. There's a look at the Wave 31 Storm Tracker early warning radar. Now we're not tracking any rain here tonight and into the overnight hours. And again, it's pretty quiet. We got quite a bit of cloud cover. These are just leftover clouds from storms earlier today in Middle Tennessee. And that'll actually help to keep the temperatures up a little bit in the overnight hours. So it will be a warm start for your Wednesday morning. There's a look at tomorrow morning. We're tracking dry conditions and then some pop-up storms. But just like today, the best chances for storms for tomorrow, they're going to be off to the north because they are closer. And when I say they, Middle Tennessee and into Kentucky are closer to a cold front that will eventually make its way here by Friday. Again, Thursday, you'll notice most of the storms still off to our north, closer to Nashville. But again, bigger changes arriving by Friday. There's a look at the day planner for tomorrow. We're in the mid-90s for afternoon highs. If we hit 95 in Huntsville, that'll be the exact same high that we saw today, with about a 20% chance for rain. So it's a pretty low chance. And there's a look at the feels like forecast. Again, with just enough of that humidity, we may see some of those feels like temperatures or the heat index back up to above 100, closer to 105. We had a peak value right around 104 today in Huntsville and in Muscle Shoals. So look at this. This is the rainfall. This goes all the way through Thursday evening, 10 o'clock Thursday night. And you'll notice anywhere from a trace to about 1/10 of an inch. Some areas even staying dry. So not a whole lot of rainfall through the next 2 days. But then the map starts to fill in by Friday, Saturday into Sunday. You'll notice for areas closer to the Tennessee state line, you get into the purples, the reds, it's about 1.5 to 2 inches, even isolated higher. So some much needed rainfall. And you can see that here. This is a look at future radar for Friday afternoon. We see another big wave of showers and thunderstorms moving in through Saturday afternoon. So it looks like Saturday will likely be the wettest day of that period, but still very wet even into Sunday afternoon. Yeah, if you have outdoor plans, it's not great, but we really need the rainfall, and it'll also help to bring those temperatures down. So we'll go from 96 on Thursday down to 90 on Friday. Still warm into the work week with a 50% chance for rain. 80 for a high on Saturday with a 70% chance for rain. And then still pretty wet all the way into Monday and Tuesday of next week. But you'll notice the temperatures are starting to climb back up.